We're happy to welcome to the stage USC head coach Andy Enfield and student athletes Boogie Ellis and Drew Peterson. Coach, we'll give you an opportunity for some brief remarks, and then we'll turn it over to questions.
Well, it's a new season, my 10th in the Pac-12 at USC. Excited to be in year 10 here with the Trojans, and we have two all-conference guards with me, Boogie Ellis and Drew Peterson. They'll be the leaders of our team this year. They've had outstanding careers so far, and we're looking forward to them leading our group of sophomores and freshmen. We have a very young team, and we'll really rely on the experience of these two guys.
Okay, we're going to start with Ryan in the front left.
Andy, curious what Kobe Johnson did to earn a team captain spot for you.
Well, Kobe leads by example. Drew, Boogie, and Kobe are three tri-captains. Kobe shows up every day and competes in the defensive end. He makes plays for his teammates, and he has a tremendous work ethic, and he's also a great teammate.
And what's the latest with Vince since we last talked?
Oh, Vince Iwuchukwu is doing very well. He had the issue this summer, but he is healthy. He looks great. He's riding the bike about 45 minutes a day. Extremely energetic, a big part of our program, our team. He shows up at every practice, and he's the cheerleader, and we're really happy for him.
Is he cleared to do anything yet, practice-wise?
He's not clear for practice. He's cleared to do minimal exercise, and his heart rate, we have to monitor his heart rate not to get it over a certain number, but he's doing very well.
And still optimistic that he could play this season at some point?
Yes, I think everybody's very hopeful, and especially Vince.
We're going to go to Shireen on the front right, and then we'll go to Myron.
Shireen Ryan in the front row. It's a question for Boogie. You got to play with LeBron and DeMar DeRozan in the Drew League. I was standing courtside filming you. I want to know, and also I saw some alumni from USC came in practice with you guys. So I want to know, like, did you get any tidbits from these pros? How was it playing with that electricity in the gym was amazing. You couldn't fit one more person in there. How was it playing in that game?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great game. It was a great experience too. It's a lot of people are not going to be able to say that they played with LeBron or played next to him. So it was a great atmosphere, a great game. And then I feel like playing with pros is always a good thing. Just watching how they approach, watching how the things that they do ultimately.
Okay, we're going to go to Myron on the right.
Andy, earlier the commissioner said that he hadn't talked to anyone in the UCLA or USC community who was, quote, in favor of the move to the Big Ten. I think it's only fair to ask the coaches from USC and UCLA if they have a response to that.
Well, this is my 10th year in the Pac-12. It's been an outstanding league. We've had a lot of great teams, great coaches, great players. A lot of players have gone on to play in the NBA. So it's been a tremendous experience for myself, for our teams at USC, and we have 2 more seasons in the Pac-12. So we haven't really thought about what the transition means. I know it's over 2 years away. The Big Ten is obviously another power conference. They have outstanding teams as well, and that'll be something that we'll think about more so in the next year and a half, 2 years. Right now we're focused on our season ahead and the outstanding conference that we're in.
We'll come back to Ryan here in the front left.
How have the rest of the freshmen developed so far through the preseason, and who stood out from that group?
Well, our 2 big guys are out right now. Vince, as we talked about, and Yaroslav, who we signed late in the summer. He started school in September. So they're out. Yaroslav should be back here this week. The other 3 have had great training camps. Trey White is 6'6" guard. He does everything. He rebounds it, he passes it, he defends. He's really going to be a special player. Hosea Sellers is an elite shooter. That's 6'4". He's the best shooter in our program, one of the best shooters I've ever coached, and that includes the NBA as well. And then Kijani Wright from Los Angeles, McDonald's All-American. He's 6'9", about 235 pounds, and he's meant a lot to our team with his physicality, his athleticism. He's very good. He's learning our defensive system. So we expect all 3 of those guys, really with Yaroslav and Vince, when he can get back, to help our team this year, and we think they have a very bright future ahead of them.
Has Isaiah been a better shooter than you even expected when you recruited him?
He actually is. I didn't realize, and our staff did not realize, how good a shooter he is off the move. He relocates, he can put the ball on the floor, and he doesn't turn the ball over. So he's a very smart basketball player, but he can go out, and I know Boogie and Drew are outstanding shooters as well, but to see a freshman walk in the door and have that type of accuracy and confidence to do it, not only in our drills, but our actually live situations, is pretty special.
Okay, we're going to go to Coach Carlesimo in the back right.
PJ Carlesimo, Pac-12 Network. Can he shoot with that guy from Johns Hopkins, Andy, or no?
Well, I always tell him, no matter where we go, he'll be the second best shooter in the gym wherever we are. So he didn't know who I was talking about, but I reminded him. But thank you, PJ.
Drew, you're like one of the elder statesmen, and I'm just thinking back. You're kind of part of the modern college basketball scene. I mean, you've had so many teammates come in and out, and some stay a while, some not. New guys come in. Boogie, of course, like that. How challenging has that been for you, and how different is this year going to be compared to the vastly different teams you've played on?
Yeah, right. You know, it's funny. It feels like only my third year because, you know, obviously I transferred, but as a fifth-year senior guy, I'm now one of the old guys, and it's cool. It's cool getting to kind of embrace one of the older roles and, you know, use my experience. And Coach Enfield's helped me try and embrace a more vocal role with the team and, you know, helping everybody make a jump. You know, we need a lot of sophomores to make a jump, not only the freshmen. So everybody's going to have, you know, to embrace a bigger role with the pieces we lost this season. So I try and help in any way I can. You know, it's cool to be able to help the guys, and, you know, guys like Trey, Ozai, Kajani, who just got here, they're fast learners. And, you know, especially, you know, Kajani's improved a lot over the summer, and Trey and Ozai, you know, we're almost ready to go from the jump with how they play. So it's cool to be able to help them in any way I can.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Since I've been in college, I've been a part of a lot of different teams, and I definitely say that this year is probably one of my favorite teams, especially because we have a lot of guys and a lot of guards who could do a bunch of this same thing. I feel like whoever gets the ball can make decisions, and I'm allowed to play off the ball, play on the ball, and play wherever coach needs me to play.
We're going to go to Casey Jacobson in the back left.
Casey Jacobson with Pac-12 Network and Fox. My question is similar to PJ's, but I'm going to ask it anyways for both the players, Boogie and Drew. You guys are seniors. What have you learned over the course of your college careers, if you had to summarize it? Maybe what would you tell your freshman self, or just describe the basketball and the off-court journey that you guys have made over the last 4 or 5 years?
Something that I would tell myself as a freshman is definitely just like trusting the process, you know, just coming in every day and having the same approach. I feel like as a freshman, I was kind of focused on like the wrong thing. So like just going throughout my college experience, just trusting the process and realizing that everybody has their own growth and everybody has their own journey. So that's something that I would tell myself.
Yeah, I agree with Boogie in that aspect of, you know, freshman year is probably the hardest for me. You know, you don't really know what to expect, and you come in thinking you're a big shot, and, you know, you kind of get a reality check pretty early on. But other than that, I'd say biggest kind of thing I've experienced and would tell myself is, you know, just routine and durability and understanding how long a college season really is. And that's why I try and tell the younger guys that you really need to take care of your body. You really need to, you know, pick and choose when you're going to eat the right things and, you know, get enough sleep, you know, with the long road trips. And some nights you're coming back after a conference game at 1 in the morning. And just being able to really get into a routine, I think that's something I just learned with growing up and maturity. You know, most of my friends now with my age are already graduated, now working real jobs. So it's cool to be able to, you know, kind of incorporate some of the things I've learned as I've matured, you know, and as a fifth-year senior now.
Go to Cindy Brunson on the left, then we'll come up here to Ryan.
Cindy Brunson, Pac-12 Networks. To the student athletes, Drew and Boogie, what is the weakest part of your games, and what did you do over the summer to shore it up?
I could start. I still think, you know, another thing, it's something I've worked on every year over my entire career, is getting bigger and stronger. You know, certain guys can, you know, especially as, you know, I went through the pre-draft process and I'm competing against these NBA level guys, and you could just tell how physical and big they are. And especially when you go against these guys that are 28, 29, and up to 40 years old you're playing against. It's really, you really see they've been working on their bodies for 25 years. So the biggest thing I did is add another 9, 10 pounds, and I'm at about 200 pounds right now, and it feels great. I feel better all around, and just another thing of where I'm trying to take care of my body as much as possible.
For me, probably was the thing that I worked on in the summer was probably like my decision making. I watched a lot of film and learned like a bunch of little things. To people think that when you're playing basketball, it's all about like big things, but as a point guard, knowing like little things and little nuances and coming off the screen tighter, doing little things like that, it was really helped me, and it's gonna help me take my next jump, I think.
We're going to come up here to Ryan.
For both Drew and Boogie, what have you learned about this team through the preseason, getting to work with those freshmen really for the first time here, and what kind of questions have you answered these last few weeks?
I definitely learned that I feel like we're one of the best shooting teams in the country.
Yeah, no, I'd say kind of the change of style with having less. We had all those NBA bigs come through, and now we're a little more guard oriented. It's cool to see kind of the change of pace, and the freshmen came in; they're all ready to play. It's impressive to see how Trey, Ozai, and Kajani are all ready to contribute for the team. So the smaller, faster paced lineups, a lot of shooting. It's going to be a really fun kind of new play style I think we're going to get this year.
You're a very versatile player, Drew. How does your role change this year with those changing roster dynamics?
Yeah, no, especially with Isaiah leaving, I'm trying to embrace, an even bigger role into, overall, the offense, defense, and leadership aspect of it too. I think it's a big thing with, teaching the guys of, what they need to do in certain spots and big games, because most of these games, especially the big ones, come down to a few different plays, and just making sure the guys are ready to go with that and trying to help in any way I can.
Myron on the right.
Andy, with the impact that the transfer portal is now having on the game, how much room is left for that freshman who might need a year or two to develop?
Well, our philosophy at USC is to recruit freshmen, develop them, put them in a system to succeed, and let them have their chance. This year we took no transfers. Last year we took one. We took Boogie. We lost Tajidi off our Elite 8 team. So we felt like we needed to go get transfer. Unfortunately, Boogie was able to be a Trojan. So we will take transfers only out of necessity. We hopefully will sign a few players in this November's recruiting class. But our younger guys deserve a chance, and we recruit young men as freshmen. They want to play as freshmen, and then we have a few sophomores that are very good this year that were freshmen last year, and now they have a more expanded role. They'll be relied upon to help us win games. So at USC, we're probably one of the anomalies. We didn't take a single transfer this year, and we don't plan on doing it again next year. That's as long as players stay and don't leave early for the NBA draft or unexpected transfers ourselves.